Hey everyone, it's Be Divine. Welcome to Divine Miracles, and here we go for a new moon in Aquarius reading. And this was on the 24th, so just last night, but sometimes it's nice to do it the next day and just focus on a new start that is coming for all of us. I'm going to be talking about the new moon and the energy of the new moon, bringing love into the situation, the new moon in Aquarius. So I'm going to start with giving some information about that, and then we're going to do a special reading, sort of what's unfolding on the horizon for the new moon in Aquarius, and we're going to use the Mystical Dream Tarot for that reading. So I want you to choose number 1 or number 2, okay, for your readings today, and then we'll see what beautiful energy starts to come through. So just starting off talking about the new moon, and I'm going to use my Moonology little card to give you some insight about this new moon in Aquarius, which was very, very intense. All right, if you didn't already feel that, it was very intense. A lot of things are really shifting for us quite quickly, energetically, spiritually, emotionally. We're figuring things out quite a lot easier perhaps than we had in the past, you know. And it's still, at times it can be very challenging to start to navigate your way past a situation that has always been there, you know. So when we're letting go of something, it sometimes can be very difficult to actually fully embrace that. We know we need to, you know, and we know we've been wanting to, but when we actually do it, there's this kind of strange energy around us, you know, like, now that I've done that, now what? You know, because you haven't known a life without it. So this whole new start coming, this whole new moon energy, this whole 2020 energy is about us letting go of things that we really do need to let go of, and we've known it for a while, but do it without feeling bad. You know, do things for yourself without feeling guilty about anything. And I feel that a lot of us empathic people, healers, people who are open spiritually, any one of us actually who are listening, you have a issue with letting people down, or an issue with upsetting the apple cart, or an issue for standing up for yourself, because you don't want people to not like you. You know, everybody wants to be liked. You know, we don't want any trouble, we don't want to upset anybody, but some things have to be for everybody's growth. And sometimes the very thing that you're trying to help somebody with, perhaps, is only going to be healed when you walk away. Sometimes that's the very thing that's needed. So the idea is to do things without guilt, okay? Guilt will kill you quicker than anything else, you know, so we don't want that hanging around. A new start is coming. Yes, there is a yes coming your way. Okay, this is one of the most auspicious times when we have a new moon. Okay, a new start's on the way. You'll start to feel more hopeful about getting the things that you want. Your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well. Just forget about the past, you know. This is a time of unveiling. The message from the universe is that you're starting all over again in some way. And be that on a new or better course, or just feeling more positive about achieving your desired outcome. If you've been feeling stagnant, this card reminds you that life goes in cycles, and you're moving into this new cycle now. It's time to wipe the slate clean, right? So the other energy we have here is that of bringing love into the situation, the new moon in Aquarius. I'll bring that up for you guys. Okay, the new moon in Aquarius, bringing love into the situation. All right, so Aquarius is all about progress and modernity. So it's time to move forward. The new moon in Aquarius means no looking back. Change is on its way, and it could come quickly. Whether you get the change you want depends both on whether you believe you can have it and how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. This card comes with the suggestion that you may need to do things independently on your own, but be loving, not too pragmatic. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up. Aquarius energy has an electric feel to it. Certainly, there is a sense that you need to let go of the past and move forwards towards your future as soon as possible. Okay, so explore the idea that it's not what you know, but whom you know. And additional meanings are that you need to be more detached from this situation. Thinking outside the box will bring the solution. More pragmatism is called for. Improve your karma by doing some charitable work. So the teaching is Aquarius is the sign of invention, modern advances in technology and humanity. Its energy is a little brittle. It's individual, scientific even, and relatively emotionally detached. Many people think Aquarius is a water sign because the Aquarius symbol is the water bearer, but it's actually an air sign and is far more about intellect than the emotional water signs, as is this card no matter when you draw it. Dropping convention works well with this energy. So progress, time to move forward, and the new start is coming with the new moon energy. So these cards were for everybody, of course, that's listening, just to give an idea of what energy we are in at the moment until the 24th of February when we have another new moon. This is our first new moon in 2020. Maybe you had some issues going on. The human resonance of the earth was very, very high. It's been spiking, with this energy. So we've been feeling worn out and drained and tired and irritable, stomach aches, and then feeling excited and then happy and calm and, moving forward, and then something will pull us back. So we've got to remember that it's not a big, we're not being punished here. We just got to learn to understand energy. Learn to understand what you might be going through is a positive thing, even if it feels negative, Learn to see the positive in every situation, no matter what is going on. Pull yourself and detach yourself from situations in order to, oh my gosh, the squirrel's right there. Big breakthroughs coming, people. In order to, be able to see things clearly, sometimes what we have to do is pretend or imagine that we are giving advice to somebody else. Maybe we're giving advice to our children. Would we really want our children in the situation that we're in at times, or have been in, or whatever it is? Okay? And if you know the answer to that, then you know what's right for yourself. So bring love for yourself into your life. See things in a positive way. See things as always beginning. Something's always starting. Something's always happening. When you want a new beginning, it's nice to also light a silver candle as well. I should have had my silver candle out, but I didn't. And you can do that anytime, and ask the angels of beginnings to also be with you also. Okay, everybody. So that was the beginning messages about the moon. And here we're going to do this reading. All right, so if you've chosen number 1, I'm going to do your cards now, number 1. Again, we're using the Mystical Dream Tarot. This was a gift for me from my friend, Karen T. And I love them. They're very different. They're actually full of dream images. Okay, so it's a little bit different for us. Hang on, let me just get rid of this backwards a bit. Okay. Number 1, what's unfolding on the horizon? For number 1, okay. I've already given these quite a good shuffle. What's unfolding on the horizon? Okay, number one. You must have something very important going on. The Ouroboros. Okay, this is like traditionally as we know, the Ouroboros is like the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so number one, what's unfolding on the horizon? It feels to me as I look at this card, and I don't want to do it in the traditional way, it feels to me that something that you've been wanting to create, or something that has been on the back burner, something that you have maybe not had the space or the time or the money or the inclination or the means to be able to do it. Maybe this is showing you that there's a new way around an old situation that is going to bring with it new creation or new creative energy for you. And it will be like as we can see here, it's like a completion, right? There is this completion energy here with the Ouroboros, and an energy of something suddenly happening that you had not anticipated, number one. Something happened that you have not anticipated. And it also just shows me that there's a lot of protective energy around you right now. Your guides, your loved ones, your ancestors, your dragons, your angels, you know, spirit guides, everybody is around you, animal totems, really supporting you. So maybe it's also talking here for number one about a need to throw away the old ways of doing everything and embrace this new start, which is going to allow for something to manifest in your life a lot easier. I feel for number one, you've got an ending in one phase of something that may have been important to you, and the start of a brand new, more abundant beginning, which is more giving you more completion and closure at the same time. And I want to try to give one little fortune kind of hint, I guess, for each card. And I'm getting this feeling that you need to look out for. It's something to do with the color silver, and also something about a newspaper that is important for you, number one. Okay, so I see the newspaper, I see the color silver, and this is what's important for you. All right, I'm going to do that for each card. Okay, what's new for you, number one? What's coming up that's going to be new for you? And don't forget, you can get more in-depth readings. You can talk to me on the phone. We can do therapy, counseling, mentoring, business, you know, training, whatever it is to help you, okay? Past life therapy, fantastic for regressions. If you haven't heard my past life recording, that's only one. There's a few more that are going to be coming, all different types, okay? All right. So number one, what's new? What's coming up? What's new? I love it. Okay, you're getting major cards, number one. So you are in this major event of, you know, things unfolding. Okay, so what's new for you? The energy of, well, there's good news, of course. Okay, when judgment comes up, that means there is good news. If there is something that's related to, actual legal matters, this also brings with it positive news. I'm also feeling that there's no longer going to be this energy around you so much of lack, okay? This is a new thing for you because maybe you've worried about not having things for some time, or you've worried that people get away with their bad behavior, or you've worried that, you know, it's unfair, or life has been unfair for you, or you feel punished, or you feel or have felt like nobody completely understands you, number one. However, you're letting go of the need for others to understand you. You're coming into your own understanding, which is what you really needed to do all along. So you're coming into your own understanding of who you are, and less and less and less do you need the approval of others. So if you're always worried about what other people think of you, then you expect a judgment to come from others. And at the same time, without realizing it, you're actually judging others and their motives by doing that. You may not have put it that way before. So when you judge yourself also, you're always being harsh towards yourself. You also expect others to judge you in the same light. And maybe you've seen it time and again. Maybe you've seen the treatment of other people towards you time and again, So of course you start to believe it when you internalize a feeling for a long time. And you can't shout at the person that you really want to shout at, especially when you're a kid. You can't tell them off. So you go inward and place the blame on your own shoulders. It's maybe something that you did as a survival technique. Now this is something that's new for you, is that you're starting to see yourself in a higher vibration, in the more universal sense of unconditional love. And yes, there's still going to be times where you feel comparing, or you feel someone else has it better off or something, but you're detaching away from it, and this is new for you. And it's also extremely rewarding for you. So the little message for you is that you need to expect that there is going to be a positive turn of events, and that's what you need to focus on. There is there's a message here about someone coming and knocking at the door. This is somebody who you feel that you have known for a while, or you do know, but it's by surprise. So someone comes to your door or connects with you in some way by surprise. But it makes you feel, it's not something that you didn't want to see. Like, oh God, I don't want that person knocking on my door. No, it's someone that it's kind of like what you least expect, but it brings a sense of peace and happiness. Interesting, okay? What do you need to leave behind, number one, with this new moon energy? What do you need to leave behind? What do you need to leave behind? Oh, we're getting major cards. So really, number one, you are having very major events going on with this new moon. What do you need to leave behind? And it comes up with a beautiful card like the Lovers. For some of you, this will be about a literal person that you may need to let go of. Maybe someone from a long, long time ago that you've always held in your heart somewhere, Maybe it was a past love that, you couldn't be together, or something happened to change the course of events. And it's like you compare anybody else in your life to that person. That's one scenario, okay? There could be some past lover that you need to release completely from your entire physical body. Now, I'm losing my voice, so that's an important message. okay, for somebody out there, that it's time to cut those etheric and energetic cords from the past once and for all, and do write it down. I am now releasing, as a sovereign being of light, I am now releasing any connection that I ever had with this person, or this feeling that you might have inside of you of somebody that's missing or something that's missing, and you feel like you're waiting, or you will recognize the right person when they come forward. The other energy here for you about what you need to leave behind is the Six, or the Lovers, is about decisions as well. So one thing is that you may need to leave behind changing your mind a lot, or overthinking a lot. You know, somebody says something, you might take it the wrong way that it's meant to be said. You know, you take it the wrong way, you take it to heart, you take something personally, it churns and churns and turns over in your mind, and then you're like upset with the person. Instead of asking the person, what did you mean by saying that? You know, straight away you took offense to something. So what you need to leave behind is the mind chatter. Okay? People from the past, people who've hurt you, anybody. Could be a past lover, could be a past life energy. It could be people who you care a lot about. Could be even family members that you keep on holding on to, who have hurt you over and again. For example, these are all just examples of what could be. You will know what's right for you that you need to let go of. But it's time. And you don't need to let go with malice. You just let go with unconditional love. Sending unconditional love even to bad, negative people, bad, negative situations. If everything is sent through by force, like get the hell away from me, then you're creating a negative energy around you. So with love and light, I allow the universe to take care of this situation. I am now cutting any ties towards this situation. I'm pulling out, right? I'm pulling away from it. And this is what you need to leave behind. By the next full moon, you are going to get a sign that something that means a lot to you personally is about to take place. Okay? A big breakthrough. All right. What new energy do you need to step into? Number one. What new energy do you need to step into? Oh, I can't get over how you've got major cards every single time. Okay. You need to step into the energy of the innocent, which is pretty much the same as the fool. Okay? Don't be afraid of a snake being on the card and thinking that it's bad luck. Okay, we want to go to the worst case scenario. Snake is extremely healing. If I see a snake in someone's card reading, I don't think that they're a bad person. I think they're an amazing healer. And that's what message you're getting as well. Look at the size. Look at the size of this snake. Okay? This is not an ordinary snake. This could also be talking about, I mean, these are the cards of the dream, the mystical dream tarot. So these are the cards of that. So it can be the dream time. It can be that you're getting a lot of symbols happening. But you need to step into this new energy of innocence, where whatever it is that you feel so bad about that you've done before, those situations you've found yourself in, or things that you've done to survive, you know, decisions that you feel, I've made the wrong decision, I shouldn't have done that, you know, I left my kids in this situation and I shouldn't have done that, or anything that you continually beat yourself up over, even to the point where I should have said more to my parents before they passed away, or I should have been there, or I should have taken over, or I should have spoken up for myself and stood my ground more. I wish I had more confidence, or whatever it is that continually plagues your mind, and only you know what that thing is. Only you know what it is that you've done before or felt before. So you need to step out of that old guilty energy or worrisome energy, concerning energy, and instead move into this new spark of healing that's here for you. A whole new positive mindset that is washing over you. And if you've had a healing or something recently, you may notice that it might be a week or two later and suddenly you're like, oh, I don't feel that way anymore. That's not bothering me like it used to. And this is the new energy you need to be in. Who cares what's going on, what happened before? Everything has brought you to where you are now. So everything was meant as experiences, okay? And we're not responsible for other people's experiences either, People who pass know when their time is coming. It's not up to you to change it, prolong it, make it different. It always is exactly how it's meant to be. So step into a new healing energy. Step into the unknown a little bit more, and trust in yourself that you're a survivor and you're always going to make the right decisions for yourself. Okay, number one. I also get the feeling that the color of red, maybe you're going to see this a lot in your pathway. The color red sort of leads the way a little bit. That may make sense to you guys later on. Okay, finally, a message from the moon. And it seems like for number one, you are at a completely major point in your development in your life, right? You got all the major arcana cards, which are all arrival points, okay? And to have so many is just unheard of. Okay, finally, a message from the moon for you, number one. Okay, the Lady of Cups. We got one card. Look, there's a moon up here. We got one card that was not a major arcana. Okay, but this message from the moon is about money. Definitely about money. Whenever there's fish in dreams, that's also another thing that connects with money. It's about your intuition and trusting of your path. I also feel, as I'm looking at this particular card, that she's facing her past. She's pushing healing into her past. She's pointing to her solar plexus. She has her hand over her solar plexus. So something was draining your energy from the past. And again, it can connected to love with the roses here, connected to a past person who may still be drawing on your energy. Now, this may be someone that you don't even think about anymore, but they're thinking about you, okay? So by making that conscious effort to release it, you bring yourself into that higher vibration a lot easier. And there's so many things that push on you as a healer, as an empath. There's so many things that push against you. You've got to make sure that you're always cleansing and clearing your auric field as well. It can be all kinds of debris, like a vacuum, that you're picking up, in your auric field, which affects your physicality and the way that you think and the way that you feel. If you all of a sudden feel ill, or if you all of a sudden feel negative, or if you all of a sudden feel low or have pains in your body, all of a sudden, you need to clear your auric field, and bringing in the energy of, the angels and the universe to clear this away from you in all directions of time and space. So for number 1, the moon is saying to you, there is beautiful abundance around you, possibly more than you can imagine right now. There is a clearing away of the old, and it's very necessary. There's a release of discomfort in the stomach area as you do this, okay? And see yourself as highly attuned. See yourself as, like the angels are. See yourself able to do anything that you put your mind to, okay? And I feel like this windfall that you have, this good luck period that you're having, is going to enable you to really begin to share this fortune with other people and believe in yourself and your ability to manifest, which is vital for you. So trust your intuition, okay? There is a situation coming up, number 1, where you will have to make a decision. And either way, it goes, it's still going to be the right decision. But trust that gut feeling this time. Don't ignore it. Don't think you can heal something and then it will be fine. Don't ignore it. Just go with the gut feeling, okay? Okay, number 1. I know this was a longer reading, but that's okay. We need it. We're moving into a new, brand new cycle. Okay, so I'm going to move on to number 2. All right, number 2. Okay, so what we're doing is, thank you for joining me, of course. Now what we're doing is we're working with the Mystical Dream Tarot. Very different symbology. And we're going to go through what's unfolding now that we've moved into the energy of the new moon in Aquarius. So right at the start of this video, I made I gave a bit of information about this new moon, okay? So now we're going to see how it unfolds for you. And I hope this finds you happy and well wherever you are. Okay, so number 2, here we go. What's unfolding? What is unfolding on the horizon now? Okay, number 2, what's unfolding and on the horizon? And I'm also giving, like, at the very end of each card, I'm giving a very strange sort of fortune kind of psychic sort of insight message, okay? Something that just comes to me, all right? I'm not going to know what it is. All right, number 2, you are moving into, this is what's unfolding on the horizon. The 5 of Swords. And as you can see, these are very, very different cards, very different to traditional tarot. So there is something that is going to be involving younger people around you. A trip, a gathering, a connection or a reconnection with energies from the youth, energies from your past or your own children, grandchildren, family members, people who are close to you. These might even just be friends, but they're youthful, And the energy is that this is reconnecting, that you may have been looking a little bit too inward. You know, you may have been examining yourself a little bit too closely. And what's coming up here, or what's unfolding, is brand new energy with regards to how you see your life and your future potentials. There's something important about the energy of these two younger people. I'm guessing that one is trying to teach the other or show the other the way. One brings all the supplies and helps to guide the other one. And you may be that person that's always giving. You may have a very emotional energy about you, you know. Maybe there's a lot of water in your sign, for example. And when there's someone who is a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, there is a lot of energy here that is surrounded by emotion. And it can be different for people to understand and get used to. And you're getting used to it yourself. You're not looking so deep anymore into situations, and this is unfolding. So this is beginning to happen, or has already been happening, where, you know, you are not letting yourself become drenched in the emotions of other people and going into yourself and feeling bad and feeling guilty or whatever it is. What's unfolding is a brand new beginning within yourself, in how you see yourself and how others see you also. But it's not so difficult for you. It's not so strained, you know. And you start to understand things on a very high level. So your little message here is an upcoming trip is going to prove to be very life-changing for you. And it may happen on or around a full moon as well. Awesome, number 2. The next card is going to represent what's new for you. Okay, what's new for you, number 2? Wow, Lady of Swords. Number 2, what's new for you? The Lady of Swords is a communicative card. There's an energy here of someone, possibly a female, who has been very dominating in your life. This may be a co-worker, a boss, an ex-wife, do you know what I mean, or a friend, or someone who's been very dominating, to the point that with this Lady of Swords that comes up, it's like they manipulate the situation to suit themselves. And the thing is that they've been doing it for so long, they're actually very miserable inside of themselves because they're not authentic. You know, they're not telling the truth. They don't actually, with this particular card at this particular time, my particular feeling on this is that you just don't know what you're getting with this person. They're unreliable. At the same time can be very harsh with their words, very cold with their words, very manipulative, like I said. And they may be, you know, controlling a situation or feel like they're controlling a situation, or have been. Now, the energy here is what's new for you. And this is where the good part comes in. Because whoever this controlling person is in your life, it could be a male also, but I'm definitely getting that it's female in this instance. Okay? Whoever this person is, whatever it is they've been up to, however dark they may seem, whatever they're conjuring in the background, however they've been working against you, you know, and sending out nasty vibrations towards you, or thinking bad of you, or telling lies about you, or whatever it is, right? It doesn't even bother you anymore, and it won't bother you. And this is what's going to be new for you, because you're understanding that by even giving that any of your attention on trying to figure it out and trying to get them to tell the truth and trying to get them to be honest and trying to make others see what they're up to is wasting your energy. And it has been wasting your energy. And it, you know, will be wasting your energy if it continues, because whatever this person does, it's on them. If they want to waste their time causing trouble for you, okay, Cisco, if they want to waste their time causing trouble for you, just let it go, because that's their energy that they're going to then have returned to them, right? You can't personally make this person change the way that they act. You can't personally make this person do the right thing. Okay, you can't make them go easier on you at work. You can't do anything like that. So instead, empower yourself. This is what's new for you. This is what you've been doing. You've been working a lot on yourself, number 2. And the right people, it can only go for so long where someone is that nasty and that corrupt and that manipulative. Anything that's built on, you know, rocky ground like that, where it's all built on lies, it's always going to fall apart, you know. My stepmother used to say to me, the truth is bad enough, so why do people lie? The truth is bad enough, why do people lie? But some people just don't want to get themselves responsible for anything. You know, it's always someone else's problem. And we know people like this. They always say, oh yeah, that's happened because of this person. Oh yeah, this is going on because of that. Oh, I only did that because of that. Well, no, you know, you're dodgy. So number 2, this person is dodgy. This person is not doing the right thing. They're actually very miserable inside themselves anyway. They are punishing themselves all the time. And because of that, they're trying to punish everybody else or pull them in with them. Your new energy is that you are just disassociating yourself from that kind of energy. Okay? That you're going to be aware of it. There's something to do with a fire going on as well. This is not, not talking about the Australian bushfires. There's something to do with a fire that is going to affect this person or their paperwork or something like that. It's not affecting you personally, and it's not going to kill anybody. I'm not talking about horrible stuff like that, but there's something to do with a fire. It might make sense later on. Okay? All right. The next thing is, what do you need to leave behind? So number 2, you know, you are really getting advanced information for yourself, you know, and it's been coming in for you, like downloading lots of information, okay? So it can be hard to navigate. What do you need to leave behind though? Okay. Number 2, what do you need to leave behind with this new energy? And it feels like, even though we see this beautiful house here, you know, and we see this, people thinking, why do I need to leave behind this beautiful house? It's not that. What you need to leave behind is anything that is blocking you from where you truly need to be. Your dreams and visions of having a homestead or a beautiful new home or moving into a new location, just feeling at peace or traveling or whatever it is that means a lot to you. You need to let go of any idea that shows you that it's not coming. So any doubt that tells you, oh, well, that's just too big of a dream, get rid of it. Anything that says to you, well, you can't do that because only certain people in the world can actually have money to just buy what they want. Get rid of that programming. Any programming that is limiting you and your experiences, they just need to be abolished, because this is showing you that your dreams and visions of a home, or your dreams and visions of a creative business, or whatever it is that you visualize having, or even have been dreaming about, right, are coming to fruition. If you block it with doubt or negative thinking and frustration, then it will take a really long time to manifest. Sometimes what we think we want, we get it, and then we're like, oh, I should have asked for this, or it wasn't exactly what I thought, or I already had happiness. You know what I mean? So be careful what you wish for, but you just need to leave behind limited thinking. Okay? Just leave it behind you. Don't let other people drag you into their drama. Because sometimes you can come home from somewhere and you can feel all the desperation energy or negative energy that's out there, or people frustrated in traffic or whatever it is. And you come home and you're like, oh, blah, 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 like it's all hitting you all at once. Don't let other people's energy absorb itself upon you so much. If that's happening, take the steps that you need. The other little message here is that your clairvoyance is truly opening. So your psychic vision is starting to, you're going to start to see things a lot more clearly. Orbs during the day, spirits during the day, like not just nighttime stuff. Okay, your clairvoyance is opening. You're finally allowing that to happen. Remember, you don't have to see anything scary. You can put a filter on that, okay? And ask Archangel Gabriel to help you with that. All right, but leave behind scarcity thinking, because clearly you're going to have the most amazing life. All right, what new energy do you need to step into? Number 2. Oops. What new energy do you need to step into? Whoops. I'm just dropping everything. Okay. What new energy do you need to step into? Oh, I like it. Look at your manifestation ability. Like you can just put your hands there and feel energy, and electricity comes off of your portals in your hands. You're connected to the earth, you're connected to the universe at the same time. So what new energy do you need to step into? You need to embrace all of your powers, that you are a powerful being, that you are trustworthy, that you're kind, that you're loving, that you're empathic, that you're healing, that you're all those amazing things. You're talented, you're artistic, you're creative. You've got it all going on, number 2. But you need to embrace it all as well. And make sure that you're grounding yourself at the same time. So if you're working a lot energetically, you can be all over the world, especially at night time, where your energy will just go to people in need or go to places. And, you have to make sure that you get yourself back into your own body. Many different parts of ourselves can go missing. We need to bring them back. If you're empathic, you may leave a piece of yourself with everyone that you meet. You know, because you're feeling this and you're feeling this, and you're just leaking all the time, and then you feel like, you know, you're wiped out. Okay, so balance is key. All right, you're stepping into this new energy, the Lord of Cups. You're stepping into the energy of having control over your abilities and control over what you're able to manifest. And we were just talking about your clairvoyance opening, and this is also talking about your shamanic power, your healing power, you know, opening up a new practice or something, or practicing something that you love and seeing it in a new way, or creating it in a new way. Okay, and you're very connected, so it's important for you to be outside a lot as well, as much as you can. When you feel like crap, even though you don't, the last thing you want to do is take a hike, that's the best time to take a hike. Okay, because it's really going to be helpful. Okay, and the little psychic message kind of thing that's happening here is that because the last thing I sort of said too was about fire also, and it feels like there's a lot of electricity in this energy. So maybe just watching out for faults of electricity in the house, or maybe you're going to get signs by the lights flickering. Maybe that's been happening. I also feel there's something to do with lightning, and that may seem unusual, but it's like it's going to be a sign when you see lightning in the next, you know, couple of weeks. There's something else I'm sort of picking up on it a little bit. Hang on. And the electromagnetic energy that's within your body needs to balance. Okay, if you're light deficient in your body, you'll really feel lethargic, you'll really feel unwell. Bring in that electricity within your body and start to awaken everything a little bit. Okay, message from the moon. It's a final message here for you guys. Number 2, thank you for your patience with me, but it was a slow and steady reading today. Number 2, message from the moon. We have our silver cards with new beginnings. This is the same message that number 1 got. Okay, the message from the moon, the Lady of Cups. So integrating your knowledge, integrating your wisdom, opening up your powers, your inner powers, working with the elements, working with abundance energy, manifesting a lot easier, saying no to drama, saying no to the past, not seeing yourself in a bad light anymore, saying to yourself very positive, affirming things. There is an endless supply of money. I'm abundant on every level. My knowledge is always expanding. Manifestations are instant. You know, I can't tell you how much declarations will change your life. You can go through an amazing healing, but if you don't keep up declarations in strength, you will just continually go back to your problem. Continually. People say, I try to do this and I try to do that, and other people are upsetting the balance. Who cares what other people are doing? You just got to focus on you, you know, and focus on these declarations that you are strong, that you are abundant, that you are empowered, that you are psychic, that you have all the abilities of the universe, that you're able to do anything that you set your mind to, that nothing is going to stop you, not even yourself. Okay, and if you give yourself an excuse by saying, I can't do this because of this, you know that it's an excuse. That's why you feel rotten about it. It's why you feel uneasy. It's why you feel unwell. It's why you feel stressed about it, because you know that you're just making an excuse. Because if you fully embrace all that you are, and you fully trust that the universe will guide you and support you and lift you and bring you new opportunities and housing and whatever you need, then there's nothing to worry about. You know, you will get the cue when you're supposed to move forward, and it will start happening. So number 2, empowerment for you is key. You are in a stage of getting rid of a lot of past programming, okay? A lot of craziness from the past where you've gone and you've taken it on board. So you have to be gentle and patient with yourself at this time. A windfall is happening for you, okay? The money that you need is going to be there. So forget money as being a hard thing to achieve. And go back to our funny little saying that we used to do on the live show, I love money, money loves me. If money's your big thing, if healing's your big thing, look at the emotion behind all of the trauma that you've been through. Talk to somebody about it, because chances are you may be hiding something that only somebody else can see, right? Because you're just thinking, oh, that's not a problem. And that could be the very problem that you need help with. Okay, so empowerment is key for you. A windfall is coming. The abilities are opening. Your clairvoyance is opening. Okay, people are going to be found out for who they really are. It's just the way of it this year. It's just a karmic thing, you know. And we're getting rid of a lot of old programs. So be patient with yourself, but feel happy and excited about your life. You deserve it. Okay? So I thank you everybody for listening to this reading. If you've listened to both sets, I applaud you for hanging in there. If you do want to talk to me, please just connect at my website, divinemiracles.com, for all your spiritual services. I am going to also be teaching my method of regression therapy. I'm going to be teaching this, and I'm figuring it all out, writing it all up and getting some notes and things ready to go. If you are interested in being on a waiting list to learn and become a practitioner, learn this new therapy and maybe start a new business with it. You know, people love the past life therapy and the healing. Please, contact me so I can put you on the list for when I'm going to be doing this. Okay? So until the next time, wishing you every happiness and success. Live show is coming up soon, and goodbye for now.